top 3 moments in the series. That.
Yeah. Well, but so my phone is going off in my pocket more so than it kind of has been throughout the whole series. I'm going, what the fuck? I'm on set, like trying to work, and like look at my phone, and everyone's going in capitals, "What have you done?"
We mentioned earlier, and viewers will obviously know that you was in there with your mum. Was it hard to not call her mum?
Yes.
Yeah, no, do you know what? Genuinely, I've had that question so many times. That bit was all right. That bit, I thought, and everyone kind of thought that was going to be the hardest bit.
Yeah.
I think because you're so in, like, it's obviously quite a high pressure situation. There's a lot of adrenaline every day, pretty much, because, you know, you're going in there with someone. So I'm seeing my mum across the way, like, just gutting a scarecrow or whatever, trying to find a toy, and I'm going, that's fucking weird. But okay, sweet. And you know, you're trying to avoid her and stuff, but because you're so hyper aware that the whole time, that whole corner mum thing just was actually dead easy.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it got to a point where, and I didn't realize I was doing this, but every time that I chatted to her, I was calling her Diane. So I'd be like, Diane, come over here, or hello, Diane.
Oh, like overcompensating.
I was overcompensating, yeah. And then
Yeah.
at one point, she just comes over to me and she goes, "Stop fucking calling me Diane." I'm going, "Whoa, what?" What? And she's going, "Yeah, you're like over-egging it. I'm going, but I didn't even realize I was doing that. But yeah, so I was overcompensating the whole thing. So that bit wasn't hard. But yeah, it's the bit like just, you know, you want to kind of go, and me and mum have such a funny relationship, so you want to go and have a joke with her, but you overthink that.
Yeah, you
don't want to be too familiar with that person.
Yeah.
And it got easier to be more relaxed with other people talking about mum, and with mum the further the game went on, you know. So hence why in the later episodes you start to see me joke a little bit more around with it, and, because I wanted to get those little jokes in all the time, and I got way more in than so like I actually, with the whole wink thing, I forgot that I did that. So when that episode came out, I was filming something, can't remember what, like a music video, and my phone started popping off, so I wasn't watching the episode live.
That's top 3 moments in the series. That.
Yeah. Well, but so my phone is going off in my pocket more so than it kind of has been throughout the whole series. I'm going, what the fuck? I'm on set, like trying to work, and like look at my phone, and everyone's going in capitals, "What have you done?" And my heart just sank.
What have they found out?
Honestly, I'm like, or what have I said? Or what the fuck's going on? So my heart sank, and I'm like, guys, just take 2. I've just got to like sort this out. And then I read, and then eventually it's going, "Oh, you winked at the camera." I'm going, "Oh, fucking hell, nice one, like, that's all good." Cracking on, but yeah, so, but I forgot that I did that wink fully.
Yeah.
Because I'd not necessarily winked at the camera loads, but I was doing, if I maybe slipped up, or if I maybe made a little comment about mum in a little kind of funny way, I'd just give the camera a little look, yeah.
Wow.
But obviously I've got to be careful with who was there, and the car was an easy moment because you got 2 people looking ahead, and you got one person in the front seat, so that was an easy.
It was me. I was in the front. You're winking behind me.
Yeah.
What a traitor!
Because they're all everyone's arguing about whose mum it actually is, right?
Yeah. It's a perfect little time just to slip it in, you know, and be quite like, you know, obvious about it.
Superb.
Was there ever a moment where you thought that she could have been a traitor and not told you?
Yeah, like, yes. I just don't think I didn't think at any point that she was a traitor, but like if she had been made it, I think she would have quite easily slipped into that and not told me, and her being okay about that. Yeah,
you had one chat, didn't you?
And vice versa. Yeah, because we didn't get to chat that much. That was the issue, was that unless it got kind of coerced by like that moment in breakfast when I went in first and then she came out. Obviously, that was like a kind of set moment.
Yeah.
But apart from that, that's the only thing we had. So it was, you know, when you're surrounded by 20 other people and you've got to try and find that little moment to whisper or whatever, it was tricky.
Burning question. Are the roasts that bad?
Oh, they're shit, mate.
I did not think you would say that.
You know what? They're all right. She does banging. Sorry, man. She does banging roast potatoes. She does bang in roast potatoes,
Right.
but everything else, she's a well done steak kind of woman.
Oh,
Do you know what I
no,
mean?
right.
Cremate,
He'd be all over it.
I love that woman even more.
come on, like cremates the steak.
When the funeral challenge happened,
Oh,
and then you became a traitor, you looked like you were seething. Like your eyes were
yeah.
like watering,
Yeah.
like I'm gonna get him back. Were you aware that your mum wasn't actually murdered?
No, so at that point I was buzzing. I was like, yes, they're gonna really kill her off. Like, yes, the time has come.
Said I was bad.
texting my siblings like, guys, the day has come finally.
Inheritance.
No, not yet. No, we got to keep her alive for a couple more years after the show. Then the inheritance.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't. Do you know what? I've got quite I've got a resting bitch face, right? So, you know, there was a lot of things going through my head. Obviously, I know this isn't real as much as I hope that it was going to be. But at the same time, you're kind of like, well, I can't show too much emotion because then all the other contestants are going to be like,
Yeah.
why is Ross crying in the corner?
Yeah.
If Diane weren't that close, that's really weird.
Yeah.
And
Did you not hang out too much like there on the show?
No, really,
they
no,
weren't
no.
close.
You would have never.
Yeah. So that was kind of our game plan, was just divide and conquer and just
Yeah.
stay separate. Yeah. Because it's so hard you're overthinking it all the time. So it was a bit of that, and then it was a little bit of like, if I don't show a bit of emotion, the audience are going to think I'm some heartless piece of shit.
Yeah, and you're not Paul, are you? You're not Paul.
Yeah, I'm not quite there.
That character's already
You know what I
taken.
mean? I'm the nation's mummy's boy. So,
Paul, how did you feel when? I can't remember. No, you were gone by then, weren't you? Were you gone by then?
No, funeral.
He was in the coffin.
Oh, yeah,
in the
of course.
coffin.
I was in
Yeah,
the coffin.
yeah.
So the funeral. Yeah, so sorry about the funeral. But me and Diane were walking. But we used Diane to then get rid of Miles, because Miles was so protected at that table as well.
Mm-hmm.
Then recruit Andrew, and then hopefully we thought Andrew would be fodder, and then that would cover my dungeon story. So like Ash and Andrew were in the dungeon and blah blah blah. But I mean, obviously it didn't work out that way. But the funeral day was just, it was bonkers. It's the maddest thing. And then to get in your own coffin. And all the way I'm walking going, oh, I know that I'm safe and blah, blah, blah. But then to have like Diane next to you, and I was close with Diane. So it was just like, it was amazing and just exhilarating and just getting in your coffin. And I was making my legs shake. What was that acting? That was all right, wasn't it?
I didn't see that, mate. To be fair. You should have gone bigger.
And then I got up and I was like, and I looked at Jazz because I thought Jazz had poisoned me, didn't I? Because of the whole thing. I shook his hand and was like, I knew it wasn't you. You're all right, mate.
That's scary. How did you feel? Because at the start you get voted most popular, right?
Yeah.
And then you think you're getting saved from the dungeon thing.
That's right, yeah.
How did you feel when you didn't get saved?
Well, you just kind of roll with it. But I thought it would have been such a perfect plan to then come out, Paul's being saved, and then like I genuinely thought, oh well, that's me almost going to the final. Like I'm cemented as a faithful. But then when Andrew was saved, it was like, okay, well Meg's going to be killed, so then I walk back in like this. But then that round table that night, I should have gone. I'm sat at home going, how is Paul not getting a vote?
Yeah.
Johnny went.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Johnny had the same vibe as what you were saying then. I'm not joking now. The entire castle was voting for Johnny that night.
Yeah, it was.
The whole vibe. He was in the room with us, and we were all kind of like.
And he's aware of that, is he? He knows that.
Yeah,
Johnny knew.
He knew.
Yeah.
It was like because I mean I feel like with that episode of Johnny that it kind of felt like I was the only one gunning for Johnny.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it was like, oh, Johnny's gone. So, but actually, in actual fact, throughout that whole day, people were just turning.
Everyone
Johnny,
turned,
and it
yeah.
was exactly that thing. And bless him. And that's the one that I felt so guilty for, because
Yeah,
I
that
was
one hurt,
I was
didn't it?
gunning people down left, right, and centre as well. I was
Yeah.
gunning faithfuls down. I didn't give a shit. I was like, I think it's you. I'm going to stick up for you, but I'm going to go for you. I just didn't give a shit. I was just like going for anyone. But Johnny was the one that I was like, when he went, because I was actually convinced he was a
Yeah.
traitor, because Johnny basically. Because I wasn't onto you, but Johnny had all those characteristics that you had.
Yeah.
Which was like, popular guy, very charismatic. And then he also
Handsome.
had the military thing. Handsome, yeah. He also had the military thing, which is obviously what Harry had. So I basically just I'd taken two things that were like very
Oh, right, yeah.
traitorish.
Yeah.
And I just put it into Johnny.
Right.
And then I just got it so fucking right.
2 and 2 makes 9.
That was
or
probably the
whatever.
worst
exactly.
banishment that we did, wasn't it, when Johnny went? Because we all also knew, or like, well, maybe you had like evidence with that. But I mean, obviously, I know that he's not a trait. But like, when you look around the group, like, I think everyone was like, well, yeah, we kind of knew it wasn't him. But it's your opportunity to stay another night
Yeah.
as a faithful. So like, Anthony was a funny one because it was like,
You have that a lot, yeah. You have, especially towards the end of the game. And I think that's actually why I went, was because, especially towards the end of the game, people are thinking, "Oh shit, I just got to stay 2 more nights.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly
in the
right.
final."
Right.
So
Yeah.
as long as your name isn't in anyone else, in someone's mouth, and it's someone else's name, they don't actually.
you
give a
don't
shit.
care.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
like, it might not be, but fuck it.
Yeah.
Throw you under to save yourself.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe not
Yeah.
at the start, but definitely at the end. It
Yeah.
was that. Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.